see that.
If you would.
There's a glare on that.
We're about to manager session, and we'll be there.
Hey, Meredith, I'm doing good, and you?
Pretty good. I think I might have enough egg, maybe.
We didn't even know
Much
who he
used the bottom
was.
of this winter, didn't you?
We didn't even know who it was. We was standing there asking, sir, are you on the agenda tonight?
You really ain't Larry Neville.
Yeah.
We're just about there.
I think we are.
All those 2 weeks of February, I don't need it.
Yeah, really.
You got some stickler. You're just being a stickler for it.
Do you have anybody helping you now?
Well, my sons are helping me now.
Okay.
David moved back.
That's right. See, liking it there.
They usually call it order, and I look that way, but I'm gonna have to look this way.
I didn't get your
Get what?
I didn't get your, you
Oh, I don't need it.
don't need it?
No.
Just hit yourself on the head, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Call to order. And roll call.
Here.
Here. Here. Everybody present. I think we just, I don't need it amended, just approve the agenda. Motion to approve.
Make the motion.
Stan made a motion to approve. Second.
Second.
Noel second. All in favor?
Aye.
No public address. Has everybody had a chance to look at the past minutes?
Yes, sir.
They will be approved as presented. And let's go down to Peggy on the finance.
Okay, in your package, you have the financial report at the end of February. We ended with $3,659,285, staying very steady the last several months. We also went ahead and moved some money down into those reserve columns, just in an attempt to see if we could go ahead and meet most of those. And then, of course, that reserve column is not solid, it is movable. We'll just kind of play it the next few months, and before June 30, we'll look to see how they're going, but so far it seems to be doing well. And if we can maintain that, then we will have, if you'll think back, we set reserve goals for each fund, and we based it on the idea of 3 months of operating. You know, is what we did. So it's about 25%. If you look at our budget for this year and you look at the expenditures, it's about 25% of those anticipated expenditures. Close, not necessarily right on, but close. And if we maintain that, then we will have met reserves for general fund, park fund, and sanitation. Still have a ways to go on water and electric. That's okay. You know, we're getting there, and I think that's a tremendous, tremendous achievement if we can maintain that.
Yes.
So very pleased.
And I want to thank the board and staff for managing money. And we've, I mean, that was one of our goals at the beginning of the year is to hit all 5 of them, and we've got 3 of them already. I mean, but that's really good. So to get all 5 of them will be somewhere in the neighborhood of $3 million in reserves. So.
And so right now in our reserve fund, we'd have out of that 3.6 that we were just talking about, 1.9 of that is reserve. So that's a very good thing.
Yeah, sure is.
Okay, you're going to do the ordinances also. Let's just do the 1088, and then we'll jump down on the contract, and then go back to the ordinance 1089. Okay.
Okay. So ordinance 1088, first reading, an ordinance for the mayor to execute and the city clerk to attest an agreement named Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission Airport Aid Agreement for the Bill Martin Memorial Airport Lighting Project.
Okay, a motion for the first reading on ordinance 1088.
I'll make that motion.
Keith made the motion. A second on that.
I'll second that.
Okay, do we have any further discussion or anything? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, let's go ahead
Second.
and just do the second on that because everybody's familiar with, actually both of these ordinances, we've talked about them, so let's just go ahead and do the second.
Okay. Second reading, ordinance number 1088, an ordinance for the mayor to execute and the city clerk to attest an agreement named Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission Airport Aid Agreement for the Bill Martin Memorial Airport Lighting Project.
Motion to accept the second reading. on,
I so
ordinance.
make the motion.
Keith.
Ordinance 1088.
Stan made the motion, we have a second on that.
I'll second.
Noel, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, before we go to 1089 ordinance, let's jump down to number 9 there. That's the contract with our police officers. And we all looked at that the last meeting, and city attorney Larry Terrell said it looked good to him. And but anyway, we've got an ordinance to enact that, so. If we want, now let's just jump back up to that ordinance. Okay.
First reading, ordinance number 1089, an ordinance of the City of Ava, Missouri Code of Ordinance adopting the Officer Training Reimbursement Agreement for the City of Ava Police Department.
Motion to approve ordinance.
So
First
moved.
reading 1089.
So
Keith,
moved.
Keith, we have a second.
I second.
Okay, was there any further questions on that, or?
I think it's a good deal.
And I thank Noel for coming up with that. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All in favor. Second reading.
Okay, second reading, ordinance 1089, an ordinance of the City of Ava, Missouri Code of Ordinance adopting the Officer Training Reimbursement Agreement for the City of Ava Police Department.
Motion to accept ordinance, second reading on 1089.
Motion to approve second reading of ordinance 1089.
Noel, second.
I'll second the second.
Stan second. All in favor with aye?
Aye.
Okay, any other comments from aldermen or anything at this time? None?
Pass them along.
I give you, just to save a little bit of time, there's a kind of a recap of what we've got, some of the projects we've accomplished there, and I won't go through them. I just wanted some of the things that y'all have done.
Larry wanted to call.
Oh, Larry, you want right here.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
like
the
this
ordinance?
side.
Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'll not go through that. I just wanted just to see some of the things that we got done in the last 12 months, and that's just part of them. That's just some of the things that we jotted down. But anyway, we've got quite a bit accomplished as a board, and I'm pretty proud of that, and that's just a few of the things. An update on the square project. Of course, you can see we've made a lot of progress, and we've got a few little things with the contractor on the concrete work to do, but we've got the landscaping all done, and working on that watering it until we get some rain. But anyway, it sounds like we're gonna get that pretty quick. But anyway, we've got that done, and I think it's looking really nice. But I asked Brad Hessling, the contractor, and I don't know who all has looked at the plans over there, but the center of the square, there was a lot of cutting and just little patchwork on the center of the square on the asphalt. Cut pieces out, build it up, and you know, it looks so nice now. I asked the contractor, I said, give me a price on tearing all this asphalt out of the center, and that way it won't look like it's all patched up. And I said, I'd like to know what the difference would be. So anyway, I got a hold of Brad, and I got a hold of him this afternoon, and he gave me these numbers. He had originally bid $55,900 to bring it up to grade, asphalt it, and put a seal coat on it. Now that's patching it in, and I'll be glad to show you at any time you want to on the blueprints. To me, it would be kind of a hodgepodge deal. I don't think we would be satisfied with it. So anyway, I asked him what would it cost to tear it out, asphalt it all, make just the center of it, make it look a little nicer. And the total on that was 70, I'm just throwing these numbers out there, round them off, 77,000. And so the difference on that, he said, what I'll do on that, if you want to asphalt it all, tear it all out, asphalt it all, I'll add 21,000 to the total bill. So that's over and above what his original contract is 21,000. So I'm asking you tonight, do you all want to do that, or do you want to cut it out like the engineers have planned it and just patch it in places?
So,
Or do you want to?
So I think the question is the 21,000 our part?
Yes,
Okay.
that's, yeah, we'll have to pay that.
we're gonna get
That-
77,000, we're gonna get that for 21,000.
Yes, yes.
That's the simple
Yeah,
part.
okay, exactly. But it would cost us over and above what the original bid, another 21,000, and I visited with Peggy, if y'all wanna do that. We do have, I mean, we can come up with the 21,000 easy enough, but, it's just a question, does the council wanna, go that way and,
Well, the rest of it's all new.
and do it, but that would have all the center tore out and new asphalt, and no
We can get
no
a
patching on it.
$77,000 job for 21,000.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we're looking at pulling that out of the budget as the original. In other words, looking at line items where we, maybe we're not gonna do that project, so there's $5,000 there, here and there, and we can put it all together. I had pretty easily come up with about 30,000, so this number's not a big deal. We can do it.
yeah. So the original bid was 55,000 and so we just add 21,000 to that, we'll get a good finished look.
Right.
You know, the square looks really nice, we
Yeah.
spent a lot of money on it, and I think I would go for spending the extra money and getting a nice finished look. That's just my opinion.
Is that a motion to go ahead and asphalt all of the inside,
Yeah, I would make
inside
that
portion?
motion.
Okay,
I'll second it.
okay, motion by Keith and second by Stan. Is there any further discussion on
No, I'm good.
questions? Okay, all in favor with aye?
Aye.
Guess I think I think it'll be a good decision. I think you'll be a little more proud of it, end results anyway. I didn't know about our pole attachments. We have attachments and we charge Mediacom, CenturyLink, Show Me, but anyway, I didn't know how accurate our count was. And anyway, I just had the guys to go back out. Let's just do each one of them and look at our poles too. I mean, but anyway, if it's surprising enough, it was, our count was off 5,
5 to 7.
I think. But anyway, it was pretty accurate to what we had and versus CenturyLink.
CenturyLink.
But we was 5 poles off. But anyway,
Oh, no, show me.
was it showing? But anyway, and we needed to know that to make sure because we were under contract. We've got a contract with them, and they pay us the difference on. We use some of their poles and they use some of ours. So we were pretty close on that, and I wanted to know and make it fair for both of us. So just for your information, we was within five poles, and that's pretty close. And plus, it gave the guys a chance to kind of survey the pole situation of them, and they have changed a couple out since then, so it was a good thing. A few meetings back, we agreed on buying some used meters, and 350 come in out of but they actually sent over 400s, but anyway, we were billed for 350. And if you'll remember, we got those at $50 a piece. But anyway, part of them have come in, so there was over 400. If there's any questions, stop me. I'm going through this pretty quick because.
You kind of skipped over the cost for street and water.
Part, what's that?
Number
Skip
4.
it
The
over.
street.
Did I skip one?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, thank you. That was just, I thought that was interesting to me. We kind of put a figure on that cold week we had, which Keith knows nothing about.
No, we did have one, Keith.
Yeah, but anyway, that little cold snap cost us about $23,000 as a city for that 1 week, and that's just, chemicals for streets, and then frozen mains and meters that were broke, so. And that's a rough guess, just about, that 1 week, $23,000 over and above what a normal week would cost, so. I thought that would be interesting to know, and,
Just for local repairs.
pardon?
Just for the local repairs here.
Yeah, local, yeah. Citywide cleanup, we're getting quite a few calls on that already. But anyway, we've got it set for May the 3rd through the 7th. And we'll do it just like we always have. We'll do the east first 2 days, the west the next 2, and then we'll kind of canvass it on a Friday. And it's on, most of our canvas on a Friday's been really, really light. We're pretty fortunate. We're getting most of it on just in 4 days. So, but anyway, anybody ask, first full week of May is when we're going to do the fall cleanup or spring cleanup. Down there on Southeast Spring, that's over here by just east of where Keith and I live. There's it's just a low water dip in the road, like going to Hutchins old place,
Yeah.
and it's collapsed and or collapsing anyway. But anyway, Carl, I've got with Carl, and we're gonna cut it out and put a what they call a low profile culvert in, and then raise it up to where it's not water running across it all the time. And like I mentioned a while ago, the guys have been out, we're already planning our 2022 budget, so I've got all the crews out, looking for projects to come up that need to be taken care of for this 2022 season, or year coming up. So I do have all of the different departments. I'm talking electric, street, and water and sewer and brush departments going through the town and coming up with the projects that we need to get done and accomplished for the coming year. So, and they're trying to get on top of that so they can give Peggy some numbers. They've already done the contract. I think Reggie brought us a deal for one of the officers. Did you bring the deal on the for the ID badges for our officers?
I've got one, yeah.
No. Did you bring it like for the? Peggy brought it to me. But anyway, it's a little deal to make the ID cards.
Oh, yeah, I think the fire department or someone come up with that.
But anyway, that was whichever one of the departments it was. That machine and the card stock was going to be about $2,000. But anyway, we got with the sheriff's department over there, and they've got one already that they use, and they will make us that card for all of our officers and the fire department, and they'll make them at a cost of $5 a piece. And so that'll save us.
Sounds like a deal.
That'll save us buying a $2,000 machine and the card stock, and they've already designed one. I think they've already made one for for all of you.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's a pretty good savings at the sheriff's
Well,
department.
I just happened to be over there one day, talking to Chris I went to talk to Chris and he wasn't there, and I noticed they had a machine there, and I just asked them if they could make them cards, and they said, yeah.
Yeah.
So I got with David and we, got that ball rolling, so.
And the way I understood, you designed your own card. And
Yeah, we just told them what we wanted on there and sent it to them, and, sent it to Vernon. Vernon does it, and he put it on in his computer, and within 5 minutes, he was back over at the office handing them out, so.
But, I appreciate you doing stuff like that, because that saves us a lot of
I
money.
just happened to be sitting there talking to them, and I looked up and seen that machine sitting there, and I said, can you guys make ID cards? They said, oh yeah, we can make
And it
them.
was good of the sheriff's department to offer to make them at a cost of $5 a piece. You can't beat that.
No.
But anyway, And those ID cards are for, I asked Reggie or David one, I said, what do you need an ID card? You got a badge. And I guess you need that ID card for
Yeah, if we go
training.
in federal buildings, a badge won't get you in anymore.
Yeah,
You
I
have to
didn't
have
know
your ID, and if your driver's license are not a real ID, then you have to have your other ID to get you in a federal building, even though you're a police officer.
And you need like to buy guns, ammo, training, and, but anyway, I wasn't aware of that until,
We've had one, EMA, made us, several years ago, but it had an expiration date on it,
Expired.
and they've expired, so that's what triggered us to, start looking into that, so.
I appreciate you doing that. It's a savings to the city, and I appreciate the sheriff's department doing it for us. Well, I have went through 10 pretty quick,
Yeah.
but I do have some stuff in closed session, so
So I'll make a motion.
there is a motion to go into closed. Do I have a second?
Second.
No second, all in favor?
Do you have a list of those projects? Thank you.
You're welcome.
You might read that.
18 minutes.
Oh, well, we're not quite done.
Yeah, well,
But
this portion.
you're done, aren't you?